When you work out, you sweat, lose fluids, and relax fats. That leaves you feeling tired, dehydrated. అక్క అక్క
Hello, good evening, everyone. Online guys. So, Srinivas, Vishal, Farooq, Meena, can you please share your mail IDs and phone numbers in the chat box? So, who are not attended yesterday's demo? Who did not yesterday's demo? Who did not attend it? Okay. No worry. Please share your Srinivas, share your mail ID along with the phone number. I will share with you today. Who are not attended yesterday demo? I will share with you 2 videos and content. So first of all, we'll see today. So yesterday what we are discussed in first demo. So this was we are discussed in first demo. A few minutes. I would like to recap yesterday's part. Yesterday theoretically we are discussed So what is data and data formats? Data storage. So where we can store our data nowadays. That is we are discussed, and how the structured data will be presented in databases. What is meant by the on-premises and cloud data storages? Then after data providers, database providers and vendors, SQL overview, that is we are discussed yesterday. See, so data means, first of all, what is data and data format? Data is nothing but the collection of unit of information or collection of information it is. Anything else if we are saying about the data or employee data, bank data, clinical data, airlines data, Aadhaar data. Okay, this is all information about Aadhaar. For example, if we are saying about Aadhaar card, Aadhaar number, name, location, address, date of birth. These are all is nothing but the collective information about the Aadhaar. So this is we are saying as a data. Data in different formats, maybe in a character format, date format, so or else maybe in video, audio format, the data will be presented. Okay. So whatever data if we are selected, whatever data if we are selected in a world, that should be come under three formats: structured data, unstructured data, and then after that is called as semi-structural data. Okay. Structured data means the data must and should be placed in table format only. So when we are calling it as a structured data to be presented in the format of tables. Employee or Aadhaar information, Aadhaar ID, name, location, address, this is all will be there in structure. For all 107 crores of Aadhaar cards, same format only. Only we have to be load and we have to preserve in a same format. That is, we call it as a structured data. Unstructured means, so frequently the data will be changed. Sometimes it is coming in video, audio, so text format, numerical format like this, that. So the data will come down. Semi-structured means sometimes the data will come down in a pure structured format. Sometimes the data will not come in a structured format, that is called as semi-structural data. But most of the databases will store structured data only. Only the most of the databases will store structured data. Okay. Wherever we are going to store our data, that is, we call it as a data storage. In which place, according to the system, which place we are going to be store the data, that is we are saying is a structured data, that is we call it as a structured data. Storage area, maybe in database or Excel file or a text file or a PDF or else a Word document, CV, resume. So that is we are going to be placed in, somebody else are going to be placed in Word document. Somebody else are going to be placed in, so PDF format. See, wherever that is also the data. Our experience, we are going to be exposed in document format, or a 5 years, or a 10 years, or 20 years, whatever the experience we have, that is all we are going to be preserved in file format. So data storages, where we are storing our data, we call it as a data storage. According to the system, here we are having two different formats are there. So major formats are file and second one is database. See here. One is a file stream. Second one is called as a database stream. Files nowadays, then we can see lot of file formats are available. Doc format, document, Excel, PDF, JPEG. That is also one of the file, image file. XML, JSON. So like this, then we have a different formatted files are there, different formats of files. Whatever we want, then we can select and we can load. For example, I have a simple shop. So I want to load all my transactions, what is going on in shop level, daily, how many people are coming. So what they are purchasing, I want to track. That is all manually we are loading in Excel file. That's all manually we are loading in Excel file. That is called as Excel document, or else a CV, resume, PDF file or document file, then we can store. That is also the data. Image, JPEG. So all our selfies, photos, all are in JPEG format. So this is the way then we can store in file streams. Then this is the way then we can store in file systems. File systems, then we can store the data. Okay. So 1 second, guys, please. Right. So all of you online guys, please share your mail IDs and phone numbers on the chat box today also. Okay. So then one more here, advantages and disadvantages both are there. Advantages, copy paste. We can we can load data in file format, and we can move the file from one place to other place easily. But whenever if it is a huge volumes of data, that is very difficult here to control the data in files. Okay. And also relations. If it is a file, so PDF file is there. One file is a PDF file. One file is an Excel file. These two files physically, then we can't relate it. In a system, these two files, then we can't relate physically. So to avoid this all issues, they are introduced here database system. Database is nothing but it is a one of the product to maintain or to organize our data in one place. Years and years and years of data. So if you want to collect and if you want to organize, then we can come down for the databases.
Mukku.
Database is nothing but organized collection of information, organized collection of data. So the data should be in organized collection. Employee data, Aadhaar data. Yes, all Aadhaar cards should be populated in a same format. All passports should be format in a same format. Okay, that is mean by the organized data. For example, if it is a Facebook data, it's not a organized data. Okay, so frequently it will change. Videos, audios, content, text, everything, then we can post it. That is not organized data. Database is nothing but organized collection of data. We call it as a database. Then, so how many vendors are there here to be provide our database is, see here. So these are all vendors are there, organizations. These are all organizations are providing for us. Several databases are there. Sybase, DB2, Netaja, Informix, Microsoft Access, SQL Server. So like this, lot of industries like as our bikes and cars. So car is a one of the product
Soumya?
requirement. Whatever car we want, then we can go and we can purchase. Lot of vehicles, lot of manufacturers are there. For example, see, I have a family with 4 members. I want to travel from Hyderabad to Nellore. So money is not at all a matter here. Then I don't want to purchase a bus. Can anybody purchase the bus for to travel 4 members from Hyderabad to Nellore? No. Yes, bus is also vehicle it is. But they don't want to waste money. No one think like that. Even though bus is a vehicle, heavy vehicle it is, yes, comfortable vehicle. So even though we are not going to be purchased, as per our requirement, yes, the car is a better, then we'll go for the car. Same way here also, the organizations, as per their requirement, okay, they are going to be purchased the tool. Which tool is better for work or BI process, business intelligence process. Huge volumes of data will be populated, or a bank, or a clinical. They are going to be verified how much volume data is coming and which is the better for us to maintain. Here a lot of aspects they will consider: license, maintenance, cost and support, performance, everything they are going to be observed according to their requirement. Then they are going to be purchased this one. Okay. So all organizations are not going to be used only the same SQL server. Somebody else use DB2. Somebody else are going to be use Oracle. Somebody else are going to be use Microsoft SQL server, MySQL, PostgreSQL like this. So this is the way then we have to be. We are having the databases in enterprise level. Once if the database presented, then how can we send our request to the database? What we can do it on database level? Database level, we can organize the data only. Means load, extract, update, delete. This kind of transactions we can do it with database. If you want to done these are all kind of transactions with your database. For example, see now, best example is once if you are entered into the ATM center, not you and me only. So I'm entered into the ATM center. Okay. So to done the transaction. So with my account, once if we withdraw the amount, what happened? Immediately, so the balance will be deducted, right or wrong? It's nothing but update the balance. Update, it is going to be update the balance it is. If you are registered with IRCTC website, what happened? You are getting a login. Okay, it is insert. The new record is going to be inserted here. Once if we are ordered in a Flipkart, Flipkart is a website. Once if we are going to be ordered, what happened? It is going to be insert. So and so person, so and so location, so and so product. He purchased, this is the cost and this is the amount. Everything will be placed on database level. So these are all interactions to maintain a data in database. Then what we required here is pure SQL part is required. If you want to say something to the database, then if you want to communicate with your database, SQL is required. Structured query language is required. Initially, they call it as a SQL. IBM Corporation, it is introduced in 1970s for to speak with the Sybase system only. Sybase is the number one database in world, first database. To communicate with the Sybase, they are introduced a SQL. The later we call it as a SQL it is. So now the SQL is a common language for to interact with all databases. Okay. So this one SQL is included in ANSI standards, American National Standard Institution. Okay. So anybody else, if they want to create a database, then we have to follow ANSI standards. For example, see, I have a land in Hyderabad. Okay, my own land it is. Can I construct here a 150 floor building? No. Why? Government is there here. They are not going to be provide the permission for to construct 150 floor building. Even though if it is my own land, I want to follow the rules and regulation of the government, right or wrong? Same process here also. I need database it is. ANSI standards to be followed. So according to the ANSI standards, then we can work here. Clear? So this is the way then we require SQL, and we'll see what kind of roles we are having in SQL level. How can we interact with this database? If you want to interact with the database, must and should. Anything else, if I want to say to the database, direct, then we can't speak with the database. For example, I purchased a bike. Okay. So can I know the driving also. So can I interact with the mission or engine? Each and every vehicle having engine, right? Can I interact directly with the engine? Or else then I am going to be remove the engine. Then bike will work. Bike is not going to be work this. Right or wrong? Same. If we want to walk here, then we require a tool required. If you want to say something to this server, so server is nothing but it is the engine. Don't ask me to show the engine. It's not like as a bike engine. It's an algorithm it is. Okay. So direct then we can't speak with the engine. That is what they are providing the graphical user interface here. GUI. GUI means graphical user interface to communicate with your server. See here. Once if we are connected with the server, so this is a Microsoft SQL server it is. Whose database it is? Microsoft SQL server database it is. So this was the name of the server, and they are providing all these things: database, security, server object, replication, high availability. So once if we are installed, once if we purchase the server from the Microsoft Corporation, Microsoft is providing all these features, right or wrong? Once if you purchase, best example, once if you purchase the car, auto fit will come down. We need not to say and go and fit the wheels. They will fit the wheels. Without wheels, then we can't use the car. So this is a default fit. It is auto fit. Auto fit will come down. All features, according to the model, all features will come down. Same way here also. Once if we are configure the server, along with the server, all features will come down. To for what? For to work with this server, for to work with this database. Okay, fine. How can we work with the database? How can I say? Now this tool is called as SSMS, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. For what? For to communicate with the server, for to communicate with the database. Anything else, if I want to speak with the server, by this tool only is possible. Now this tool establish communication between me and server. I can ask here now like this. So then we can ask like this. So in one database, I want to see select star from employee. What I am saying to the server. So I am saying to the server here, go and get back existing table. This table we are not created. This object employee we are not created. Somebody else are created, but I want to see now. Then go and click on execute. Don't worry about it. This is all for to understand only. In regular session, then I will show you each and every step thoroughly. See here. Is the data is in table format or not? It is a pure in table format, right or wrong? How it is taking, how it is showing like this means we are sending the request to the server. This is a mean by the request. Who is sending the request to the server? User is sending the request to the server. Boss, I am asking this server. I want employee table. So in employee table, all star represents everything. Okay. Select pure English language. Select from employee star. Star means everything. Then I want to see here. Then this is my request. This request after return a request, then go and execute. Execute means we are sending the request to the server. Then what the server is doing? It is taking my question, query. Then according to the query, it is executed. Then it is providing me the response. See here. This is called as a server response. This is a request. And this one is called as a response. It is right or wrong. So this communication, we call it as a transaction between me and server. Transaction happened. So anything else, if you want to say to the server, we required a language is called as a SQL. So SQL language only the databases can understood. If I am saying go and get back English language, get back employee table. If you are sending the request like this, see here what it is saying. Okay, then immediately server is saying what you are talking here. Right or wrong? Error message it is showing here. Boss, what you are saying, I didn't understand. So SQL only, database only can understood SQL part of it, structured query language only. That is what. So if you want to communicate with the database, mandatory we require SQL is required. SQL is a structured query language. This was the server. And this is one database. It is a Microsoft SQL Server database. It is. Microsoft database name is called as SQL Server. But I don't want this server. I want to use, okay, Oracle. Oracle database I want to be used. In my system, two databases are available. One is Microsoft database. Second one is Oracle database. Okay. Best example is I have two bikes. One is Activa, something else, Bullet. So if I want to come down to the office, home to office, Bullet I will use. I want to render in so hometown only. Then I will use so that is called as active. Right or wrong? Two purpose. Okay, but user is same. The same way I installed two servers. I want two servers. In one server, then I want to store something. In one database, I want to store something. So I want to open here Oracle. See this Oracle, how it look like. So this is my Oracle server. Oracle Corporation database, it is clear, it is showing here. What it is? Oracle SQL developer. For what? For to interact with Oracle. All of you online guys, please share your mail IDs and phone numbers and the chat box. So then only then you will get These are all fundamental documents and today's video. And this was the second demo. We are talking practically about the databases, how to interact. Then see, this is also asking HR and HR. The database is called as Oracle. ORCL is a password. According to my system, this database name is called as here. So this one and this one, both are having the same environments. See, database, then go and open. The SQL server is also showing tables. Oracle is also providing tables. SQL server is also providing views, and this one is also providing views. And this one is also providing functions, and this one is also providing functions, right or wrong? Okay. So, but only the thing is, little bit of features will vary. This product is different. This is Microsoft product. And this one is Oracle product it is. This one is a Oracle database. This one is Microsoft database. Microsoft is providing for us by default. These are all. Oracle providing, these are all features. Clear? But communication is same communication. See, here also I'm asking, select star from employees is a table here. So then go and execute it. Click on run. This server is also showing the same one. Okay, query is not varied, right or wrong? My language, SQL language is not varied. Here also the same language, and here also we are using the same language. Select star from. Here also I want to be used select star from only. Object varied. Here it is a EMP. Here it is a employees. RF departments. See now. I want to see in Oracle department table data. Departments. Execute it. What it is showing? Department table data. Why it is showing departments? Yes, we send the request for the departments. It is providing department information. Here in SQL Server, we send the request for the employee, then it is showing employee data. So both are same here. Okay, both are same. Clear? So your SQL is not going to be vary from Oracle to SQL Server. So Oracle is a SQL Server is a common. It is an ANSI standard language. It is. It is a pure American National Standard Institution language. It is. Once if we know the SQL, then we can go and we can interact with any database. But little bit of syntactical variations we are having. That is once if you are learn, then we can go with Oracle and SQL Server also. So this is the way database communications will happen. So that is what we required here. SQL is required to speak with your servers, to communicate with the databases, right? Each and every database having their own individual application, front-end application to interact with the database. Direct, then we can't speak with the database. Okay, then what we required, mediator is required. That mediator we are calling as a GUI tool, graphical user interface. If you want to interact with SQL Server, Microsoft database, if you want to interact, what we require, SSMS is required. SQL Server Management Studio is required. If you want to communicate with Oracle, then we require SQL Developer is required. Both are graphical user interfaces to speak with individual databases. So, but here, see what kind of roles we are having in enterprise level. So who needs to learn this SQL part? Then you can ask the question, that is, so why we require to learn this SQL? So what kind of people needs to be learn this SQL means? So all people should learn the SQL part only. SQL mandatory it is. Why? Because we'll see what kind of roles we are having. Developer, first one. Develop not only the server for not for single person at a time to this server, developer, admin, super admin, BI persons, application developers, all can connect with this server. Together, they need to be work. So see the developers, all kind of developers. All developers. Developers means who are the developers? Who are experts in .NET, PHP. These are all kind of programming developers. These are all people we call it as a programming developers. PHP, .NET, Java, Python, and C, C++, Django. So all these application developers required SQL part. Why? Because see here, if they want to create one application, this is a web application, Flipkart, IRCTC, Book My Show. These are all our web applications only, right or wrong? Maybe I think you are well aware of this. Facebook. So Facebook is a web application, right or wrong? For what? For to interact with our friends. Facebook, IRCTC, Book My Show. Then after all net banking applications. Net banking applications, Access Bank. Yes, if I have an account in Access Bank, I need not to enter into the bank to done the transaction, right or wrong? Yes, direct, then we can do it, the transaction in net banking application.
Oye,
Somebody else I want to send.
¿dónde?
Then simple, then we can send the amount to net banking application through the net banking application. So, and these are all websites. If they want to create web applications, language is required. Python, Java, PHP, something else. For example, something is happened here in front end. This is, we call it as a front end. Okay. Front end it is. This one we call it as a back end it is. This one is a front end. Anything else happened on front end, IRCTC. So once if we are registered on IRCTC, what happened? After click on submit registered button, all data will be stored in IRCTC database. Right or wrong? So Book My Show, once if we are order the ticket, then where it will store? Booking information all will be stored in backend level. For this purpose, where it is storing database level. If it is a database, then if you want to store or PHP, .NET, any developer, if they want to store their information, if they want to store, SQL is required. How you will say to the database? Again, required SQL is required. Clear? If they want to load, if they want to update, if they want to delete, must and should, they require. So database knowledge is required. All these people should learn SQL part. And next one is all kind of business intelligence people, Power BI developers. Okay. And SSIS, SSRS, ADF, all business intelligence developers, BI, Power BI, where your data is required in Power BI. If you want to make a report, what we require? Data required. Where the data is there, data presented in database, how you are going to extract the data. Again, we require this command is required. Right or wrong? Yes, mandatory all BI people, business intelligence people. That doesn't matter. ETL testers, Power BI developers, IS developers, RS, ADF, any tool. Whatever tool it is, mandatory. SQL knowledge is mandatory. Okay. So on one more, data analyst. So pure data analyst he is. Data analyst means, yes, he need to analyze the data only. Okay. Mandatory he required the SQL. More data will be presented on databases only, not in file systems. If it is a file system, then we can't control. So that is what database knowledge is required. SQL knowledge is required. Not only the developers will work on the server level. Along with the developers, admins also will work. Database admins. This is one of the role. Okay, developer, database admin. Database admin means only he is going to be control the servers, permissions, backup and recovery. So these are all will be done by this database administrators. And developers, what they are doing here is load data, extract data, update data, delete data. These are all kind of works will do it. But admin, what he is doing? Permissions. So he is going to be provide the permission for the developer. Is the right person or not? And he can touch all the tables or not. For example, if it is a bank. So I'm an employee in bank, accountant. For accountant, they are going to be provided all permissions to apply the loans or to enter into the locker rooms, to enter into this cash room and all. No, bank manager will get that one. Accountant, some roles. So clerk, some roles only. That is all permissions. Who will provide? Admin will provide permissions and backup and recovery. Backup, yes, daily. What is going on? What is loading? So everything they need to be backup here. Something is wrong happened. Again, they need to be rectified. So these are all works done by this administrator. Then after super admins, on the top of administrators, one more role is there that is called as super admin. All admins under the control of super admin. So the super admin is going to be responsible for installations and space management. So these are all will be controlled by the super admin. Along with this, then we can see here the roles. Database designer, who are expert in database concepts. These are all are architects, database architect or a data warehouse architect. Warehouse architects. These are all roles then we can see in enterprise level. So if you are a developer, any developer, must and should be required SQL required. Okay, or a pure SQL developer, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. So these are all kind of works then we have to be done. Only pure on database level. All of you online guys, please, who are not shared your mail IDs and phone numbers still, please share your mail IDs, phone numbers and the chat box. all of you. Rohini, Sai, Ramana Reddy, Vinay, Vishal, Vinay Kumar, all of you, please share your mail IDs and phone numbers. So this is the way. Then we are going to learn this part, developer part, not administrator, super admin, and database architect and data warehouse architect. These are all roles or specialized roles. And we are going to be learn here the pure developer activities, all kind of developer activities. So as a developer, what we required here in SQL level especially, what kind of SQL we had to learn here. Okay, that is all we are going to be learn with the databases. So one database, if you learn SQL in one database, then we can speak with all databases. Before going to learn the database, or else best example is I want to learn the driving, bike driving. Direct then I don't want to go for bullet or Harley Davidson bike. Where we are going to be learn and with comfort bike. Okay, we'll choose. Once if we learn with a comfort bike, then we can go for any bike. Same process here also. Choose any database to learn SQL server, SQL. So with that SQL, then we can go for remaining databases also. So this is the way the communications will be happened. So between user and servers, between user and servers. So here majorly, I want to select here SQL server, Microsoft database called SQL server. Here then we are going to be learn this SQL part. What I want to be cover and what you have to learn as a developer, at least intermediate knowledge is required here for the developers, or exposure knowledge is required for the developers. So for all kind of interactions, basic fundamental interactions, these are all topics or mandatory for the developers especially. So this will take hardly, see here, this course will take hardly 30 to 35 hours it will take. Daily 1 hour session, fixed timing 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Okay, so here then I will cover all these topics which we are committed here. All these topics then I would like to be covered here. Materials I will provide, live video sessions each and every day, live video session for your recap. So we'll share with you practical documents and FAQs for interviews. These are all which we are providing this frequently answered interview questions. If you prepare, that is more than sufficient to answer 95% in enterprise level. So after this, then I will provide you this near real-time project also. Project then I will share with you. Okay, I will explain the complete architecture and everything in project level. Yourself then you have to done this project. It will take around 25 hours to 30 hours it will take. So if you want to done this one yourself, okay, this project then I will explain. Along with this, then more exercises every Saturday. So I will conduct the exams. If you are interested, then go and attend the exam. Simple paper then I will provide. which we are discussed Monday to Friday. Okay, whatever we are discussed, whatever we are going to be discussed, that topic, then I will conduct the exam in that week, Saturday. Okay, so at least then we can go better ourselves. And some Saturdays, the limited Saturdays, then I will take after 20 hours sessions, 25 hours, 30 hours sessions completed. I will take the mock interviews. Okay. So I will take the mock interviews, how they will ask the questions the same way, 15 minutes time it is for each and every candidate. Who are interested, then you can come down yourself. Then I will take one mock interview, how you have to be behave in the interview level, how you have to be answer in questions in interview. Okay, what kind of questions they will ask, and what kind of direct questions and cross questions they will ask you, how to handle these situations. These are all then we'll see in mock interviews. 2-3 mock interviews then I will conduct for every batch. So if you are interested, then please, then you can attend for this mock interviews also. And finally, so if you want to prepare a resumes, I will help you to prepare the resumes only if you want to place your experience in only plain SQL after this course. So then you can place 4+ or 5+ years of experience in pure SQL only as a SQL developer. Okay, or else with your combination Power BI with SQL, ADF with SQL, IS with SQL, or else application language .NET PHP with SQL. Like this, then you can go. Okay, so and resume. So if you want any sample resumes, then I will provide. If you want any resume preparation level help, then I will give you the resume preparation help also. Okay, this is all then we are going to be provide you in this course. And if you want to speak with me personally, this was my number. And then you can call me today at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. In between of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., then you can call direct. So whatever, if you are having any doubts, a career or subject or whatever doubt it is, okay, then you can speak with me, then I will guide you. So this is the information. This one will be covered here in deep in SQL part. Okay. Do you have any questions online, guys? Please raise your questions one by one.
So,
Yes.
I think my name is Farooq.
Yes.
Is there any possibility in using of SQL is automation reports?
Automation, then we don't require here. Script automation, then I will explain. Agent.
Uh,
SQL.
okay, means with the using of this SQL is possible to build as a automation reports also for scheduling.
Automation means then what you want to be automated.
In this previous organization, I seen the SaaS application. There is a using for query builder with the SQL, and there is a providing for automation reports automatically scheduled, and the reports also database. So it's a table format. Directly, it's going for the mails.
No, that is they are providing you the tool actually. So
Okay.
not SQL server. They will provide
Okay.
scheduler tool. In scheduler tool level, then you can do it. Or else, one more thing, then we can do it. SQL agent is there here. SQL agent. See here. So if you are writing a stored procedure, that stored procedure, then you can automate in. So here in SQL agent level. This one, then I will cover. SQL agent, how you have to be work the SQL agent level to automate your SQL only, not report. SQL, how you have to automate, then I will show you. Report automation means that is you have to go for tool, Power BI or SSRS. That is all will be covered automation in your tool level. SQL automation, then I will show you here.
Oh.
Anybody else? Chiranjeevi, Deepthi, Kaushik, Meena, Prashant, Rohini, who are not shared your mail ID still. Please share your mail ID and phone number under chat box. Otherwise, then you didn't get any kind of information. Mail ID along with the phone number is required. Yes, anybody have any questions?
Sir, in this SQL related, we get any access means we don't have any credentials, right? So in practice time, we get the credentials for
No,
in your institute.
you don't require any credentials. Then I will show you how to install
Okay.
this. Everything I will provide you, how to install the server. So how to
Yeah.
work with the server, then everything, then I will show you. Tomorrow onwards, the regular session will start. So the same time, my team will get back to you for the further confirmations and all. Okay. So
Fine,
tomorrow,
fine.
6 p.m., the regular session will start. Srinivas, Sudhakar, Ramana Reddy, Vishal, Vinay Kumar. If you have any questions, please raise.
So, quick question.
Yes, please.
So, in this course, we are going through SQL Server only, or we will be talking about the other tools as well, going through PLC, Oracle PL SQL, and Teradata.
Now, see, we are not going for other databases, Oracle, Teradata, MongoDB like this. SQL, we are going to cover here in SQL Server only. Database is called as SQL Server. Here we are going to be covered SQL part and TSQL part. Transact SQL it is. It is nothing but in Oracle level, this one we call it as a PLSQL. Procedural language and SQL language. Both are the same. Naming convention only will be varying. So these both are the same. This is the Oracle naming convention. This one is Microsoft naming convention it is. But this one and this one both are the same. These two will be covered here in SQL Server level. Once if you know TSQL, then that is nothing but PLSQL. I will show you the difference also. I will show you the difference and a little bit of variations. Then I will show you. Anyway, I have Oracle also here, database. So that variation also, then I will show you. So what major variation we are having SQL Server to Oracle, then I will show you.
Understood. And understanding
Will
this
be
dashboard.
SQL Server only.
Understood. Okay, sir. And understanding this dashboard and learning SQL within SQL Server should be we can proactively understand other dashboards and
Yes,
other
same
databases as well.
environment, same environments.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else apart from these guys?
What is the fees details in the SQL query?
Sorry.
What is the fees details?
Yeah, that is all. My reception will get back to you. So,
Only SQL query only? Yeah.
yes. Do you provide your mail ID and phone number?
Yes, yes.
Or if you provide mails and phone numbers, then my team will get back to you for this oral details, fee details, and all. Yes, Prashant. Do you have any?
Yes. So here you will be teaching how to write the complex SQL queries, store procedures, and subqueries. Under subqueries, how then which one to use, joins or subqueries. This all in details. You will
Yes,
be covering all.
that is all will be covered. Indeed. Each and
Okay.
every query level, then we'll see each and every topic level, then we'll discuss about interview questions and more crash questions. So more and more complex queries also.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Thank you. Yeah.
Right. Thank you all of you for to attend the second demo also. So for the tomorrow, then regular session will start. So my team will get back to you for further confirmation. The regular session will start tomorrow onwards. Thank you, all of you. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.